What mindset or daily habits have helped you become an unstoppable Olympic gold medalist?
Well, throughout my athletic career and in life, I've learned that people will often try and define your limits based on things like your age or your gender or your background. But I've always believed that my performance is defined by me and me alone. When I break barriers, they're mine to break. When I do something that's never been done before, it's because I put in the effort, the work, and the belief. And that mindset led me to land a quadruple twisting triple backflip, a trick that no woman has ever done before and still hasn't done. Ultimately, thank you. And that won me the world championship title. My goals are built around what I believe I can do, not what other people think I should do. That's what makes me unstoppable. Chasing big goals, whether in sport or business or life, requires the same core ingredients: passion, dedication, and a relentless work ethic. And one of the clearest lessons sport has taught me is that the work doesn't end when you leave the gym or the mountain. Every part of your lifestyle matters. How you sleep, what you eat, how you recover, and what mindset you carry into each and every day. To succeed in anything, your entire life needs to support your mission. You can't give 100% to your goal only when someone's watching. You have to live it.
So I love that you are breaking those barriers and giving 100%. And Jessica, you are one of the most decorated athletes in the world with 18 gold, 8 silver, and 5 bronze medals.
Woo!
And how did you become literally unstoppable?
Yeah, well, for me, it all comes down to resilience. I had to have both of my legs amputated below the knees when I was just 18 months old. And ever since I was a little girl, facing surgeries and challenges, I made a choice that I wasn't going to let anything stop me, and I wasn't going to be defined by my legs. No matter what came my way, I found a way to keep moving forward and to push to be the very best version of myself. But I fell in love with swimming and the pool, and it became a place where I turned every challenge into a reason to rise. I have now competed in 6 Paralympic Games, and I've come to realize the principles and values both in and out of the pool are the same. Hard work, dedication, grit, and goal setting. Finding consistency, getting started, and taking the small steps are all huge parts of chasing big goals. Whether in sport, business, or in big personal goals, show up fully.
So any other advice for someone striving for their own version of being unstoppable?
Yeah, my advice is really simple: just never give up. It may sound easy, but holding on through the hard moments takes real strength. Learn to find value in the journey, even when it's tough, and never stop believing in your dreams. I started swimming because I loved it, but deep down, I also knew that I wanted to leave my mark and become a legend in the Paralympic world. That dream only became a reality because I kept going and learned to rely on my support system, which allowed me to dream really big.
That's so true, right? And clearly, being a top athlete takes discipline, consistency, and belief, right? And Natalie, how does that relate to someone building a business or chasing a goal outside of sports?
It's almost identical. Whether it's sports, business, or life, you're going to hit walls, doubt yourself, and have to make really hard choices. The key is staying authentic and rooted in your why. That's something I've carried from the field into building my own brand, Unedited Self Co. When you stop trying to fit into a mold and instead build something that reflects your true self, you create with more power, more clarity, and more purpose. Discipline and belief matter, but authenticity makes it sustainable. The biggest game changer for me, and I feel like this applies to everyone in life, has been learning to embrace fear instead of avoiding it. Every day I lean into something uncomfortable, whether that's a tough workout, a hard conversation, or chasing a bold goal that scares me a little. Fear used to hold me back, now it fuels me. You don't have to be fearless, you just have to face what scares you and move anyways. Being unstoppable is not about perfection, it's about showing up real again and again, owning your mess, your magic, and everything in between. Start before you feel ready, and don't wait to be fully confident to take action. Confidence comes from the doing.
So guys, leaning into the uncomfortable is such a great way of facing fears and obstacles. Now, like how you have overcome so much in your life. What advice do you give to others?
Okay, for me, being unstoppable comes down to consistency and mental resilience. I start each day with a clear routine, training, recovery, proper nutrition, and staying focused on the long-term goal. Even when motivation drops, discipline keeps me going. I also visualize my goals and constantly remind myself why I started, representing my country and breaking barriers in para badminton. So my advice is, start with your why. Know what drives you. Then commit to the work even when it's uncomfortable. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to keep going. Be patient, be consistent, and take care of your body and mind. And remember, rest is part of the process too. Stay focused, stay humble, and never give up. In both sports and business, results don't come overnight. You have to stay committed even when you don't see immediate success. There will be setback, pressure, even self-doubt. But if you stay focused, keep learning and surround yourself with the right team, you can go further than you think. It's all about the journey and the small wins every day.
Yep, that's true. And I love how each of you have pushed through any barriers and doubts. So that is truly a champion mindset that we can all appreciate. So let's shift some of those bumps in the road. The challenges you have all faced and overcome. Natalie, let's start with you. So what has been the biggest challenge or setback in your career, and how did you push through it?
One of the most defining moments in my career wasn't a loss or an injury. It was when someone I deeply respected in the softball world looked at me in the eye and asked, "What are you so afraid of?" It was a moment of truth. They weren't calling me out, but they were calling me up. I had a choice. I could keep running from what scared me, or I could run straight towards it. I chose the latter, and honestly, it's been the most liberating decision I've ever made. I've faced my fear, I've befriended it, and in doing so, I've freed myself to be more present, more grounded, and to truly adopt a growth mindset. Fear doesn't own me anymore. I walk with it, not behind it. I also move through my day with a power girl mindset, reminding myself I'm capable, strong, and built for challenges in front of me. And so it's not about being fearless, it's about being aligned and unapologetic in how I show up.
So what about you? So how did you push through your biggest challenge?
In 2015, I almost gave up when para badminton wasn't included in the Rio Paralympics. As the only man in my family, I took on a corporate job to support us, but I never stopped dreaming. I held on to the hope that one day para badminton would be part of the Paralympics, and that hope kept my passion alive. When the sport was finally included, I didn't hesitate. I left my job and committed fully to badminton. With the support of coaches Noah, Amada, and Dato Rashid Siddiq, I lost 20 kilos, rebuilt my stamina, and regained my confidence. It wasn't easy. The financial sacrifice was real, but I stayed focused and pushed forward to achieve my goal. In 2020, I proudly represented Malaysia at the Tokyo Paralympic Games and brought home the gold medals. And just recently at the 2024 Paris Paralympic, I did it again. I won my second gold.
Wow, congratulations! Wow, the dedication definitely paid off. In fact, last year, a movie was released based on your life story. What was that like for you?
Yes, the movie is called Go, and it was a huge honor, but also very surreal watching my life on the big screen, seeing my struggles, my family, and my journey. It reminded me how far I've come, not just as an athlete, but as a person. And honestly, I hope it inspired people. That's what matters most to me. You don't have to be perfect, you just have to keep moving forward. I want everyone to believe that they can reach the top too, because if I can do it, they can too.
Yeah, that's so true. So Jessica, what would you say is one of your biggest challenges, and how do you push through?
Yeah, one of my biggest challenges for me has been the longevity of my career. I've been competing for over 20 years, and while I'm incredibly proud And of all that I've accomplished, and I've set out and achieved almost every one of my goals, it hasn't always been easy. You know, what's been especially challenging is learning to reevaluate my goals and reconnect with my why. For me, that deeper purpose is growing the Paralympic movement and watching the next generation rise. That's where I found the most meaning, and it's made the hard moments worth it.
All right, Ashley, what has been the biggest roadblock or setback in your career? So how did you push through it?
Yeah, at the 2018 Olympics, I was one of the favorites to win. I had been training incredibly well, and I felt unstoppable until the worst happened. A sudden gust of wind during my final training jump sent me flying 3 kilometers an hour too fast into the jump, which is a lot. And I crashed extremely hard from 65 feet in the air doing a triple backflip, landing on my back, and severely injuring my shoulder. And I would eventually need surgery. At the time, I didn't know that. Despite trying to compete, I was in tremendous pain, and I couldn't perform my best. After that experience, I got 17th place. I was ready to quit. I felt betrayed by the sport and my body, and I just was sad. But my coach encouraged me to get the surgery and take the time to heal before I made any big decisions. And not long after, I met a fellow new aerialist on the team, Justin Schoenfeld, who reminded me why I fell in love with aerials in the first place. I fell in love with him too, and that renewed passion led to something incredible. A few years later, Justin and our teammate Chris Lillis and I won the Olympics and the gold medal together.
Wow.
Since then, Justin and I got married, and a few weeks ago had our first baby together. Thank you. A future Olympian in the making, but life really comes full circle when you keep going.
Congratulations! What a beautiful baby boy, right?
Baby boy, Harvey. Yeah, thank you. Being a new mom and a professional athlete has made me realize that being unstoppable doesn't mean you're going it alone. You need a strong support system. USANA's always been that for me. But people who believe in you, encourage you, help carry you through the hard days. You can't do it alone. You've got to surround yourself with those who lift you up and remind you who you are when tough things happen. That's why I'm so proud to be part of the USANA family. They've been by my side through injuries, travel challenges, victory, and now pregnancy and the birth of my son. Their support has made all the difference. They've helped me stay, thank you. And all of you are part of that as well, but it's helped me stay grounded and healthy and unstoppable.
Yeah, and we are also proud to support each of you. So before we wrap up, something I always love asking our athletes. I love to hear from each of you about your USANA journey. So Jessica, why do you trust USANA?
Yeah, I trust USANA because it's simply the best. As an athlete striving to perform at the highest level, I want to fuel my body with only the best and the highest quality vitamins that I can count on. Woo!
And Natalie, how about you?
As an elite athlete, I need to know what I'm putting in my body is clean, reliable, and effective. I chose USANA because of their high standards, their NSF certification, and their complete transparency with me as an athlete. But beyond that, it's a brand I align with. USANA supports whole person health, and I'm all about showing up fully and on and off the field. Knowing my body is fueled by trusted supplements lets me focus on performance, recovery, and longevity in my sport and life.
All right. Nicole, why do you choose to trust USANA as your supplement partner?
As an athlete, I have to be 100% sure that what I put into my body is clean, safe, and effective. USANA gives me that confidence. USANA's commitment to quality and testing give me a peace of mind. The products support my performance, recovery, and overall health. USANA is a brand I can trust, and that makes all the difference in my recovery and performance.
All right, so let's bring home the trust with you, Ashley.
Yes, I trust USANA because they hold themselves to the same high standards that I do. From the rigorous testing of the quality of their products, they're committed to excellence. I've toured the facility. I've seen firsthand how seriously they take product integrity. But most importantly, I trust USANA because it works. When I'm consistently taking my USANA health back, I feel my best, I train harder, I recover faster, and I compete at my peak. And when I slack, I totally feel it. It's not good. But my performance is proof that USANA has helped me stay strong and unstoppable.
Wow, we are all in awe of you. So thank you for reminding us that being unstoppable isn't about being perfect. It's about being resilient. It's about showing up, doing the hard work, and believing in yourself, even when no one else does. Every single one of you has pushed through pain, setbacks, pressure, and expectations. And that's exactly what our USANA brand partners do every day as hard-working entrepreneurs. Because whether you are chasing gold on the Olympic or Paralympic stage, or chasing your next rank advancement, the unstoppable mindset is the same. USANA, we play to win. Keep fighting. Thank you so much.